Hey there! In this video, we are going to understand upper and lower triangular matrices, and by the end, you will see why these special matrices are absolutely essential for efficient computation in linear algebra and machine learning. Let's start with what makes a matrix triangular. If you look at a general matrix, say a 3x3 matrix, all 9 entries can potentially be non-zero, and there's no particular structure to follow. But triangular matrices have a special property that makes them much easier to work with computationally. An upper triangular matrix is one where all entries below the main diagonal are zero, like the one depicted here. And the entries on and above the diagonal can be anything, but below the diagonal they must be zero. Now, a lower triangular matrix is the opposite. All entries above the main diagonal are zero, like the one depicted here. Here, the lower triangle and the diagonal can have any values, but the upper triangle must be zero. One of the most useful properties of triangular matrices is that computing the determinant is incredibly simple. For any triangular matrix, whether upper or lower, the determinant is just the product of the diagonal entries. Let's say we have an upper triangular matrix with 2, 4, and 3 on the diagonal. Then the determinant is simply 2 times 4 times 3, which equals 24. No complicated cofactor expansion is needed here. The same goes for lower triangular matrices. If the diagonal has 5, 3, and 2, then the determinant is 5 times 3 times 2, which equals 30. This makes computing determinants incredibly fast compared to general matrices. Another beautiful property is that when you multiply two upper triangular matrices together, you get another upper triangular matrix. The same is true for lower triangular matrices. Lower times lower gives you a lower triangular matrix. However, if you multiply an upper triangular matrix by a lower triangular one, you generally don't get a triangular matrix at all. So, the order matters. Triangular matrices really shine when it comes to solving linear systems. If you have an upper triangular system, you can use back substitution, which means you start from the bottom equation and work your way up. For example, if the last equation is 5z equals 10, you immediately get z equals 2. Then you substitute this into the second equation to find y, and finally use both to find x. This process is extremely efficient. It takes only O of n squared operations. For a lower triangular system, you use the forward substitution, working from the top equation down to the bottom, and both methods are much faster than general Gaussian elimination. And this brings us to one of the most important ideas in numerical linear algebra, LU decomposition. It turns out that almost any matrix A can be factored into the product of a lower triangular matrix L and an upper triangular matrix U. So A equals L times U. Once you have this factorization, solving the system AX equals B becomes a two-step process. First, solve Li equals B using forward substitution. Then solve Ux equals Y using back substitution. And each step is fast because you are working with triangular matrices, so the whole process is quite efficient. And that basically wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful, give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to stay up to date with everything I post on this channel. See you in the next one. Bye bye!